And we're live, traders. Welcome back to another episode in the Trader Profits series here on the BluFX YouTube channel. Today we've got another trader, another story here to share with you. Please take it away, introduce yourself, tell us a bit about you and your trading background.
Hi, good evening, and wherever you are, just accept greetings from my side. I am Ahsan from Pakistan, and the interesting thing about me that I am visually impaired person, completely blind, but this disability did not let me feel dissatisfied about my life. Instead, I took it as my inspiration and tried hard, and now I am here working at BluFX, as well as I also completed my graduation a couple of years ago. But since pandemic, obviously jobs are hard to come by, so I am trying to be a full-time trader. So that's from my side about my personal life.
Fantastic. What an interesting story to start off with. You mentioned that you're visually impaired. I wanted to ask you that question. You said that you used it as your inspiration. I think that's such an amazing thing. And how instead of using it as something as a hardship, you've used it to inspire you to do better. You said that you graduated as well. What did you graduate in? I'm assuming that's from university or college or...
Yeah, I graduated from university. It's 16 years education. Graduation here in the UK, it's called graduation, but here it's called master's. And I graduated in English language.
In English language. Okay, that's really interesting. Well, again, amazing to hear how you've used your visual impairment as an inspiration to help you sort of move further in your life as well as your trading. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But first and foremost, let's talk about your trading in general. Now, when we trade, of course, we all have a very different approach to the markets. Someone with your experience and the way you found out about trading will always differ in terms of the way their approach will really cater to how they trade as a person. I wanted to ask you, what is your personal style of trading? Are you somebody who is more of a scalper? Do you trade intraday? Do you use indicators? Do you use price action? What's sort of your personal style of trading?
Actually, it's mixed one. It's a blend of all of these. I don't scalp, but I am a day trader and try to focus more on mean diversion. And most of the times, I am not into technical side of things. Sure. I just prefer trading fundamentals because here you can catch big moves, and it's easy to predict economies of different countries. So I try to be a fundamental trader, and I don't trade randomly, just analyze moves, economical side, because in the last couple of years since pandemic started, you would have seen that these political drivers have been driving markets. It's not about technical things that much. So since I started trading in 2021 in the April, so it was better for me to focus more on fundamentals instead of being technical. So for that reason, I am like training fundamentals.
I think when you say, it's really interesting. You mentioned earlier on as well that since the pandemic come, you've had to try to change your approach to employment as well, and how trading has perhaps assisted in that. But I think fundamentals and following fundamental themes is more important now than it ever has been, especially in my trading career. I started trading back in 2016, 2017, and I've never known a time more across the whole board with stocks, FX especially, commodities, where fundamental themes have played such a key role.
Yeah.
But if you, it's again up to each trader how they approach that. Obviously, your system seems to be primarily based around fundamental themes. I know a lot of traders do that. But we look at the markets last year when the pandemic hit back in March. You look at the sort of safe haven currencies and how they strengthened and how the pound like absolutely crashed through the floor. No sort of technical analysis could have predicted that. But when you look at fundamental themes and sort of add things together, you can start to see patterns in terms of risk appetite. And actually, it's funny you should mention that as well, because today's a big day for the dollar. We've got the Fed interest rate decision later on today. So I guess whether you choose to trade them, whether you choose to stay out of the market, whether you choose just to study them and make your own decisions at the time or adjust your risk structure, you have to be aware of the effect fundamental events can have. And then you have to make a decision as a trader what are you going to do about it? So again, really interesting to hear your side of things. Now, a very simple question next up. I wanted to ask, are you trading full-time at the moment? Have you got any other employment? What's sort of your situation right now?
No, I am currently full-time trader because I tried to be to get another employment in the teaching department, but I passed the exam but could not qualify further.
Sure.
So after that, because obviously schools are closed and you have to do things from your home. So instead of doing teaching, I decided to pursue a career in different fields. So I searched about it. I came across Forex thing and I just decided to give it a go. So currently I'm a full-time trader.
Sure, and I think it's great that you've obviously gone out and learned the skill of trading, and now you can rely on it to sort of help you in the situation where perhaps finding employment in the sector that you want is a little bit tricky. I think trading is something that a lot of people have turned to in terms of people who could trade before the pandemic. They turned to trading in an attempt to sort of sustain an income, and I think that's an amazing thing. It's one of those things where you can learn this skill, and you can actually help. It can actually help you, especially when you're in a tight spot. I think a lot of people became a little bit more switched on last year to the whole idea of having a second income, to have different ways to make money, and trading has been that answer for a lot of people. So it's really cool to hear your side of the story. Now, moving forward, a question that I should ask more of our traders, but I'm going to ask you as well. Do you have a favorite currency pair, my friend? Is there a currency pair that you like trading the most? Are you a big fan of the pound pairs? Do you trade gold a lot? What's your favorite currency pair to trade?
My favorite currency pair right now is GBP. GBP pairs, not only GBP but GBP pairs, GBP pound, GBP NGD. I also trade sometimes GBP CAD, but GBP is my go-to pair because it's easier to find information about Britain. There are so many articles. You can make decisions based on those, and it's also a bit average volatile. It's neither that exotic pair nor that pair that gives you nothing. So it's in between thing. So I think it gives you sustainability as well as opportunities to make profits. So GBP pairs.
Sure. I think it's interesting because a lot of pip traders will say pound pairs. It's really interesting to hear. I'm not sure whether that's because we're a London-based company or anything else, but a lot of our traders will say that they like trading pound pairs. But from a fundamental approach, it's kind of a different ball game, really, because you've got to consider, as you say, like material that can be covered, the amount of analysis that's going on the UK economy, etc. But I suppose, does that mean that you trade the London session?
Yeah, I prefer to trade London session and also the London fix and American session as well.
Okay, interesting.
I don't trade Asian session.
That must be, what time is that in Pakistan? Must be in the afternoon for you, right? The London session.
Yeah. It starts around our 11 a.m. So.
Okay, and of course in the UK, the clocks have just gone back an hour as well. So interesting to see how you're kind of adapting to things over there in Pakistan. Let's move on to your more BluFX experience now. Now, first thing is a question that's very simple, is to ask, what account package are you on right now? Are you on a light account or a pro account?
I'm currently on light account.
Light account. In which case, I have a great question to ask you. What's sort of your short-term to medium-term plan with the BluFX platform? Are you somebody who's looking just to stick on the light account for now? Perhaps when you find other employment, are you looking to upgrade to the pro account, start growing your account to high levels of funding? What's your plan with the BluFX platform? Are you looking to hit that $1 million level and become a fund manager with us at BluFX?
It's a dream thing to have 1 million account, and I definitely am looking for that, but not right now. I'm currently sticking with my light account. I want to create some more profit with it, and when I will have sustainability in terms of cost for pro account, I will definitely upgrade my subscription to that. And because you need backup, because I don't think trader will be able to meet the target within 1 month. You may take 2 or 3 months. So you must have that subscription fee to pay from your pocket when you are not able to achieve your target. So for that, it's better to get money for that and then upgrade. And obviously then I may be thinking of growing my account and reach that 1 million goal.
Sure. I think the way that you do, I think with the situation that you're in right now, I think it's really important to understand the flexibility of the BluFX platform and how you can use it in different ways. I think, as you mentioned, you're sticking the light accounts now. You're building capital as well, your own personal capital, so you can save money. But as well, not to
Yeah.
mention, you're actually learning as well, and you're progressing and becoming a better trader. And when the time is right, you're going to pull the trigger and jump onto the pro account and hopefully grow it to, all the way to that $1 million level. That's an ambition for a lot of our traders here at BlueFX. They really want to hit that $1 million level. But I think a lot of people want to make it in a week, go from 50K to 1 million. But realistically, we always say to our traders, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Take all the time you need. If you're somebody who wants to build that capital and save up your subscriptions through withdrawals before, maybe to hit a couple of withdrawals, then start that growth process, that's completely up to them.
Yeah.
And I think recognizing the position you're in as well, especially as somebody who said that you are looking for the employment at the moment, you can't quite get what you want because of the pandemic, which unfortunately is the situation for quite a lot of us in the moment. Certainly more so last
Yeah.
year, but even still now. So it's interesting to see. But is that sort of an approach that you're taking now? Are you sort of saving money to put towards your subscription in the future, or are you just saving money in any case, just in case of the worst case scenario, or are you trying to save up that subscription to pay for the pro account in the future?
No, obviously everybody tries to save for the anything that may come to you. But at the moment, I'm currently thinking of just saving subscription fee because I am able to sustain myself without BlueFX. But
Sure.
what I want to do is that it's easier. It will be easier for me if I have backup for 2 to 3 months free. Then I'll be able to trade freely, and I will be able to take risk as well. And it will be a good management if the target gets hit up. Then obviously it's going to be a big boost. But if it doesn't, then still I will have that ability to go back to drawing board and reassess my strategies and then come back with something new. So
Sure. It seems
yeah,
like it all worked out, and it's really good to see people who have taken the right approach to the BlueFX platform. I think trading in general can be seen, or has been seen historically, as sort of this get-rich-quick scheme. And I think at BlueFX we're trying to help traders see the light in terms of what's actually possible for them if they put the time in and put their hard work in. It's not something you can get good at overnight. And I think, as you say, you've really got the right footing and you thought about
yeah.
this thoroughly in terms of like financial support, that sort of stuff. So definitely good to see. Moving on, I want to ask you a bit of a personal question. You said that you suffer from a visual impairment. I'm really interested to hear if you're comfortable talking about it. Has that
No
proved any
problem.
difficulty in your trading? And if so, how have you overcome that? And you said before how you've used it as an inspiration to do better in your life and in your trading. And if you'd be happy, I'd love to hear a little bit about it, if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I didn't suffer it. I was born visually impaired. I didn't have sight at all. Maybe it's because of that cross blood thing or something like that. But doctors say that it's impossible to recover your vision. So I was blind by birth, so it really helped me a lot because I used to see people doing things, and I wanted to do those things that sighted people do. But I was told most of the time that it may not be possible for you to do that. But this thing, I took it seriously, and I thought, why it's impossible to do things when a normal person can do. So that thing prompted me to study hard, and I really worked hard and completed my graduation. I was only the second person in my family who graduated. So that's that was also a big move for me, big boost. And then when I came here, I thought that only my dad is working to make our needs met. So I thought now I need to take my turn and also earn something for them. So that was the inspiration that if I can study hard, if I can complete my studies, then I can do this thing as well. So in this way, I came across these platforms, and now I'm earning money.
Sure, I think, again, amazing story and such an inspiration for anybody out there who's suffering hardships and wants to get involved with trading. You turned it around on its head and you've asked yourself, why is it not possible for me, just like it's possible for everybody else? And I think that is such a heartwarming and amazing story. And you are the sort of person that we just love to speak to at BluFX because, again, every trader has their story, and I think yours is certainly an amazing one. And to hear how you have used this as an inspiration to do better and you're continuing to improve in your trading is just an amazing thing. Back onto the BluFX side of things, thank you for sharing that with us. I wanted to talk about payout. Now, you said that you've had some success on the BluFX platform. How many times have you received payout right now?
Yeah, currently I have received a couple of payouts in my bank account.
Fantastic. And how long have you, actually, it's a very simple question that I haven't thought to ask so far. How long have you been with BluFX as well?
Yeah, I have been in BluFX since the end of April, but I took break after that. I received first payout in May, but I took break after that and decided to take some rest, and then came back in the October 19th, I think, and also received payout another payout after that in the previous week. So
okay,
totally received couple of payouts.
So to me, it sounds like from the amount that you've been trading and for the actual time you spent active with BluFX, you seem to have some really great success. Obviously, you're doing something right. I think clearly you've had some great success on the platform. And to hear that you've had 2 withdrawals in a relatively short amount of time, especially when you took that big break in the middle, is definitely great to hear. All we want for our traders at BluFX is to see our traders do well. So to speak to someone like yourself who is having that success on the platform, amazing to hear. Now I'm going to wrap things up for the afternoon. I really, really appreciate you coming on the show. But one question I always ask our traders just before we go here on these interviews is if there is one piece of advice that you would give somebody who's watching this interview right now, somebody who wants to join BluFX, somebody who wants to get involved with trading in general, is there one piece of advice that you would give them to help them have success in their trading and also on the BluFX platform?
Yeah, I would just say don't rush. You have ample time to cover things up, and you don't have to be in hurry to do things, because Forex or BluFX, whatever it is, whatever you trade at, it's not quick fix. You have to earn. You have to work hard to earn. So in order to be a successful trader, don't rush. Just analyze things and believe in the system what you think is beneficial for you. So just be confident about yourself and be patient. If you have patience, then obviously you are going to succeed. If you don't have, then no one can stop you from being failed.
Amazing. Again, thank you so much for everything you shared with us today. I appreciate having you on the show, and I'm wishing you all the best in your trading in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I have also thank BluFX for giving me this opportunity to be the inspiration for others. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Again, amazing to hear your story, and we'll wish you all the best with your trading in the future.